Welcome, Ready by 5 service providers and partners. This is Christine, and I am going to walk you through a brief video tutorial showing you the basics of navigating your SharePoint site. So there was a SharePoint site instructions guide that was sent to all program leads, and this brief video tutorial, will follow that instruction guide. So I'm going to review the document libraries that you see on the left-hand side of your screen in that menu column. Also, I will go over the options for uploading documents, selecting and defining the types of documents that have been uploaded to the libraries, also going over how to delete and rename the documents. And lastly, I'm going to go over that Teams app. Let's dive in. The best way to navigate through your SharePoint site is to rely on this menu column that you see on the left-hand side. So what I did for each provider is create a document library for every service or program that has been funded. So for this example, service number 1, for service providers who have one contract with Ready by 5, you'll be able to upload all of your documents to this single library for your service. So for this example, service number 1, I'm going to go ahead and click on it, and you'll be able to see in this document library all the documents that have been uploaded that pertain to this service. For service providers with multiple contracts with Ready by 5, you'll be able to distinguish again the program and service by the name on the left-hand side of this menu. And I'm going to go ahead and click on service number 2, for example. Same thing that we saw for service number 1, a document library and documents that have been uploaded that pertain to that service. What's unique for the service providers who have multiple awards, I created a document library called Shared Agency Documents. I'm going to go ahead and click on that so you can see. So this document library is a way for service providers who have multiple contracts to upload in one location documents that pertain across the board that apply to all services. So for example, the first thing you see here is the list of board of directors. That applies to service number 1 and service number 2 for service providers that have multiple contracts. And this is a way for us to save space, a way for us to prevent folks from having to duplicate and upload to service number 1 and number 2. So one location for these shared documents. On the menu column, you'll also see Fiscal Assessment Questionnaire. Service providers do not have to upload their fiscal assessment questionnaire that is sent to CATI. This is just simply a library for First Steps Kent to be able to archive those questionnaires at a later date. So you don't need to touch that, but I just wanted to make sure you are aware that it's there. The other document library that I created is a documents reference folder or library. And what I did here was upload documents that you already have. For example, the program assessment tool, the checklist. I will upload the instructions for the SharePoint site navigation in here as well. So just an easy point of reference for everybody. And then you see here lastly the Teams app that we'll be accessing here, and I will go ahead and go over that towards the end of this video. How to upload documents. So there are a couple of options. First, you're going to go ahead and select the document library where you want to go ahead and upload these documents that pertain to that service or program. And then you're going to come across an empty library. Option 1 is to go ahead and click Upload at the top here at the drop-down menu. You're going to select Files. And you can go ahead and click on one file, and it will appear at the top of your list. So that's one way to do it. Another way to do this is actually dragging and dropping multiple documents, which I know many of you will appreciate. So you're going to go ahead and open the folder where you have it located in your computer. Go ahead and select the documents that you want to go ahead and drag and drop. And you can actually drag them to this library directly, and then they will appear. The other way of doing this, and this is actually also noted in the PDF of the instructions of how to upload to SharePoint, is you can also do it in Edit in Grid View. So you're going to click Edit in Grid View. You'll see the documents that you've already uploaded here. You can open the folder where it's located on your computer, all the documents that you want to go ahead and drag and drop. I'm going to go ahead and drag a couple here to show you. I'm going to drag them. As you see, it's going to copy over. And then you'll have a little window that will actually tell you how many items have been uploaded to that document library. And then from there, you can go ahead and exit Grid View. And you'll be able to see all of the documents that have been uploaded to this document library. Right now I see that there are 11 documents that have been uploaded, and that's your option for uploading documents. So once you've uploaded your documents, the next step, really, and the last step, is identifying the document type. So for example, for this service provider had uploaded a document regarding a staff member funded by Ready by 5. There's a criminal background check that they have uploaded, and it's support documentation. So go ahead and click the button to the left of the document, and then you're going to go ahead and hit the 3 vertical buttons, also called an overflow menu. Click on that and scroll down to the last, and it says here details. A window will pop up on the right hand side. Go ahead and scroll down, and you'll see here document type. Select an option. You click that and the drop down menu will appear. And what I did was I listed as all the documents that possibly could be uploaded to the SharePoint site, to this document library, and you'll be able to locate employee background check verification. This is the best description that applies to this document uploaded. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that and go ahead and close the window. And that is the option 1 for identifying what kind of document was uploaded. Now option 2, we're going to go ahead and move on to the next document. Click the button to your left, and right here on the right hand corner is a, let's see, it's an eye with a circle around it, and it's open the details pane is the little identification here. Go ahead and click on that. Same window that previously popped up shows up, and then you'll go ahead and scroll down. You'll see the document type, select an option, and this document happens to be an annual performance verification document, so scroll down, find the best description for it here. Here we go. And it'll take a second to upload. There it goes. Go ahead and close the window, and then you see that the document type has been selected. Now the third way, and I know a lot of you will enjoy this and appreciate this more, is how to do this for a bulk of documents. So what you're going to do is you're going to hit Edit in Grid View, and the grid will appear. You're going to be able to select the document. In document type, you're going to hit the drop down menu. This happens to be brochures and materials. I'm going to go ahead and select that, and that will appear. Move on to the next document where you need to identify the type. This happens to be a job description. Go ahead and hit the drop down menu. Employee job description, there you go. And I'll do another one for you here. Client intake policy was uploaded. Hit drop down, go to client intake, best description here for this document, and you get the point. In the edit grid view, you'll be able to do so in one location. Let me go ahead and finish this for you. So client prioritization policy tool. So we're going to go ahead, client, actually scroll down. There it is, policy prioritization. I have an example complaint resolution document here that was uploaded. And I have it here, client complaint resolution. Select that. And you've selected all the different document types for the documents that you've uploaded. Once you've done that, go ahead and exit grid view. It'll take a moment. There we go. And it takes you back to the library so that you see that you've selected the document types for all of the documents that you have uploaded. Let's say you want to go ahead and delete a document. For some reason it was the wrong version, whatever the case may be. You're going to go ahead and select the document you want to delete by clicking on the left-hand side, moving over to the overflow menu, the 3 vertical dots. The menu will appear and you get to select delete. It will ask you, are you sure you want to send this item to the site recycle bin? And then you want to go ahead and click delete. And a little window will appear. It says delete one item from the library. It's done, and there you go. So what if you've uploaded a document and you want to go ahead and rename it? You have the option of doing so in SharePoint. All you have to do is select the document that you want to go ahead and rename. Scroll over to the overflow menu. There's 3 vertical dots. Select that and you'll be able to identify here, see rename. Select that, and I want to go ahead and let's just go ahead and call this, for the sake of this example, evaluation verification. And you click rename and then it's done. The Teams app. So the Teams app is something we are going to use as a means of exchanging notes, any comments, questions, while we go through this whole annual assessment process. So go ahead and click on Teams on your left-hand side in that column. A window will appear. It will ask you whether you want to open Microsoft Teams, and go ahead and click on the Open Microsoft Teams button. And then a window should appear. And this is so once you've clicked the button Open Microsoft Teams, this should appear on your screen. And down below you'll see the cursor blinking. You can go ahead and type any notes, any questions, start a conversation with anybody else who's been given access to the site. In this example, you see Megan and I chatting it up here. We started a conversation, and Megan and I, Kati, Heather, and Tyler will have access to each of your SharePoint sites for the assessment process. And folks that you have let me know that should be added to the SharePoint site will also have access and are able to use this platform.